Hi, the project that I would like to talk about is one called the Cultural Heritage Nights that I started at the Lavender Library. The Lavender Library is an LGBTQ plus, all volunteer run library and archive located in Sacramento, California, and I served on the board for 2 years prior to starting law school. And I did a number of things at the library as a board member. A lot of it was the regular meetings and making sure I was our communications director. And so making sure that our social media was growing, that we were communicating with our members regularly. But a space that I really wanted to branch out to that was really important to me was to make sure that we were getting new folks in the door. As communications director, I asked myself, who are the folks that we were not getting in the room? And oftentimes, even the best LGBTQ plus spaces, for many different reasons, can center on a very narrow version of queer identity when we really span all across the board. So one thing that was really important to me in starting this Cultural Heritage Nights series was bringing in more folks of diverse cultural identities. And so we began with having a Latinx Heritage Night, a Black Heritage Night, and an Asian American Pacific Islander Night. And since that project has grown and we have different cultural heritage nights as patrons propose and are able to use library funds to put these events together. So, in the vision for this project, I really wanted a space where we could introduce people to the library, introduce these new groups of people to the library, and show that it was a welcoming space, that it was a space for them. And so for a few months, I lobbied our board to spend some funds on bringing catered cultural specific food to these events, on decorations, and making sure that we also had sometimes guest speakers or special performances. And so all of these discrete sort of events and elements that we had to these cultural heritage nights really brought in a whole new group of people that that just didn't come into our library regularly, whether it was because of their working hours or because they had families. And so we made these at accessible times where folks from even the greater Sacramento area would come. And yeah, the events ended up being very successful. Each one, the first one, we had like 8 folks show up, but they grew to like 20 plus. And so they continue with my friend Kira, who now leads them. But this really taught me that building community infrastructure is not something flashy. A lot of this was bringing an idea from someone from my own identity, that I am queer, Latina, first generation, from a low income background, from an immigrant background. And this was something that I wanted to see for myself, and I also wanted to expand to other folks who I wasn't seeing come through the library. And we had folks come in who were queer elders and also very young folks, and seeing them be able to interface was a very amazing thing. I, in my capacity now as a law student, we are lucky to have these various identity-based organizations on campus, and as co-chair for the Latinx Law Student Association, I'm already putting together those connections to build those events. And so I am really excited that this is something that the California LGBTQ plus Foundation supports, and creating this type of scholarship and network is very needed. Thank you so much.